our mats this morning for our morning mobility and movement routine. I'm going to gear this one a little bit towards exercises and kind of things that can help with low back pain. I woke up with quite a sore back this morning, so this is helping me out as well. So we are going to come onto our hands and knees and sit our bum and our heels with our hands out in front. And from here, we're going to do some cat-cow. So pull the shoulder blades down and back, tuck the face, extending through the T-spine. Then we're tucking the chin to chest, rolling, pushing the floor away. Pull the floor in, shoulder blades down and back, tuck the face, wedging through the T-spine. Push the floor away, tuck the chin to the chest, rounding through the upper back. We need one more each direction. Good. From here, we're going to move on to the lumbar spine. So your knees are going to be right under your hips. Knees are going to be right under your hips. And then we're going to bring our forehead down into our fifth. We're going to aim for the same motion here. So we're extending our spine by tilting the tail up to the ceiling. And then we're tucking our tail to put flexion through the spine. Try not to move the uppers. Do this 5 times. That was 2. Good, that's 5. Next, we're going to come on to all fours. We're going to do some thread the needle or spinal rotations. So one hand is going to go behind the head. You're going to twist, keeping your hips put, and then you're going to reach, twisting the other way. That elbow can bend. Come back up, hand behind the head, open. Then we're closing and reaching. 5 each way. This is 3. On this last one, this 5th one, we're going to hold at the bottom. So we're going to reach, thread through, try and maintain contact with our head and shoulder on the ground. We're going to take 2 breaths. Slowly coming back to our starting position. Then we're going to switch sides. Five reps. Last one, on this 5th one, we are going to hold at the bottom, shoulder and head on the ground. Take a couple big breaths. Maybe reaching further. Slowly come back to our starting position. We're just going to sit in our heels from here. If this is comfy for you. If this isn't a comfortable position, you can sit on your bum, like cross-legged or in a straddle. We're going to do some breathing. Diaphragm can have a lot to do with low back pain because of its attachments. So sometimes if you're having low back pain, breathing can be a good addition to helping with motion in your lumbars. So we're going to put our hands on our middle ribs. Again, kneeling or seated with crossed legs. Hands on the middle ribs. We're going to take a big breath in and out through the nose. As we breathe in, ribs come up. As we breathe out, ribs come down. So we're going to do 10 big breaths on your own time, in and out through the nose. And go ahead. Breathe in for 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. In 4, 3, 2, 1. Out 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold that breath out. Don't take a breath in. Hold, hold, hold. As long as you can, get all the air out. Force it out. Compressing the ribs. And return back to your normal breath for 3 breaths. Nose breaths. Awesome. So next we are going to find a wall to use. So our backs are going to be facing the wall. I know we've done these before if you've joined us in the past. So the feet are going to be about a foot away from the wall. Their width is just outside the hips. So we're going to do what's called a ragdoll. So keeping the bum cheeks on the wall, you're going to side bend as far as you can. Keep the legs tight. You're going to reach to the outside of that leg. When you need to, you're letting yourself fold forward, wrapping around to the outside of the other leg and coming back up. So be sure to control the motion. Try and breathe through it. You're going to do 2 in one direction, so I'm now switching sides. Side bend first, reaching. Second rep on that second side. Good. We're going to switch directions again. So back to the first side bend first. Reaching. Two and 2. Should be able to get a little bit further with each rep. Last 2, second direction. Awesome. So we're gonna face the wall now. And from here, we are going to, let's call them hip dips. So you're gonna bend one knee, let the other one stay straight. But we're gonna come into like a modified child's pose on the wall so that we're flexed forward. We're gonna drop one knee, keep the other one straight, just holding. Bring that back up, switch sides, bend the other knee. You may notice more tension in one side. Switching again. Last one. Good, we're going to come back to this, but for now we're going to come up tall into what would mimic a plank on the wall. Feet stay where they were for the last one. We're going to shift our bums back, push the chest through, and then let the hips come slightly forward, gazing up towards where the wall meets the ceiling. Then shift the weight back, bum goes back, chest goes through. Up into our standing plank, hips through, gaze up. Bum goes back, chest through, putting tension through the posterior line. Maybe that's your back, maybe your hamstrings, maybe your calves. Good, coming up, hips press forward, gaze goes upwards. One more. Good, as we come back to the bottom, we're going to do our hip dips again. So bending the one knee, switching sides, trying to let everything relax. It's like a 3-second hold each side, then alternate. Slowly come back up. From here, the last one we are going to do is just a swivel hip. Not really a swivel hip, more like a hip circle. So in your open space, hands on the hips, or the hula hoop, sometimes we call this one. So feet are pretty wide outside your shoulders, and you're just going to trace circles with your hips. Don't worry about your core right now. Just think about almost as big of a circle as you can. And then switch directions. Good, now we are going to tuck the ribs down. So almost like bearing down, pull the ribs, activate the anterior core, and then you're going to do your circles again. So you won't be nearly as big because you're contracting through the front. That's 5, switch directions. Keeping the ribs down. Good. Awesome. Well, that's it for today. Thanks so much for joining me, everyone.